Oh, hey there. Now, I want to tell you a wonderful adventure that we had today. Josh and I were like, hey, these hydraulics leak up on the front of the bucket, the tilt, they both leak. So let me show you what that is. So right where these hydraulics are here, and here is just pouring out hydraulic fluid. That's bad, in case you don't know. So Josh is like, I'm a genius, and I'm like, no kidding. And so we took this whole thing apart. It was a challenge, okay? First of all, it wouldn't start in the morning because it was cold, and we had to overcome that challenge and jump it forever. And then our fingers were cold. Then we finally got all this stuff apart. It was not at all easy. It took about 4 hours. We're like, now we've got these parts, and this is an obscure model, of course. And so we called Hundley Hydraulics, and they're like, well, there's 3 different options on what it could be. You have to find the serial number. We couldn't find it. So we bring the whole apparatus to them, and they go, it needs to be taken apart and cleaned so that we can find out what rings and seals that you need. And they're like, we've got the seals to pay the bills. And I was like, bit of a stretch, but I like it. And so then he goes, can you take it apart? And I'm like, my back's kind of thrown out. I don't really feel like it. And so then he's like, you can borrow one of my big pipe wrenches, because ours were back here. So I try and try. This thing's not budging. It's not gonna move for us. I'm like, oh. He goes, once you get this apart, bring it back to us. I'm like, can you just figure out? He goes, hold on, I want to know what this is. And I was like, how much would it cost for you to do it? And he goes, $225 each. And I was like, cool. Can you do it today? He goes, oh no, we won't get it done until next Wednesday or Thursday. Today's Friday. I'm like, that's not going to work. It's a long drive for us. So he goes, you know what? I want to see how this thing comes apart. I'm like, okay. So he takes it, puts it on his machine. He's got a vise. He does all this stuff. He takes it all apart. He finds special custom seals. He kind of puts this whole kit together for us. I'm like, okay. And he goes, you can put it back together. And he kind of looks at me and he goes, I'll put it back together. I'm like, so he gets it all back together. And he goes, so when you do the next one, I was like, and my eyes dilated like Puss in Boots. And he's all like, you want me to do that one too? I was like, I'll pay you. I'm happy to pay you. I was like, okay, cool. And we were nice. We had a good exchange and everything. And by the end of it, he only charged me $368 to take apart both cylinders, put in all new seals and all new rings and everything. And I got 5 gallons of hydraulic fluid. And it was very, very nice, very, very professional. And I just want you to know that you have a choice in buying hydraulic thing, okay? You can, number A, go to some corporate giant and deal with a bunch of people that are very difficult or whatever, or letter 2, you can go to Hundley and you can support a local business that is, in my opinion, amazing and awesome. I mean, if you want to support corporations, then go right ahead. But if you want to support Hundley, I think that's a smart move. And they got my machine up and running, and now it's working. Huh?
Hats. The hats.
The hat? Oh, and they gave us free hats. I don't even wear hats, so Josh now has 2 hats. But yeah, before we were leaving, they were so happy with us. They were like, hey, you want a hat? And I was like, I'm sure. And they're like, and one for Josh too. I was like, cool. So they were very, very nice. I would definitely recommend them. We take all our hydraulics to them, but they went above and beyond today, and I really appreciate it. Love you guys.